Oh, the birds are all singing. Mhm. Oh. Do-do. Hello. Hi. Hope you can hope you can hear me. Juliana. Hello. Hi, Juliana. Hope you can hear me. Um, gosh, this is it's a sad and happy day at the same time. It really is. But you're the only one here at the moment. But this is so. I guess this is for you. So it's day 24, Christmas Eve of the Liberty Advent calendar, and it's live because it's Christmas Eve. Then we're going to talk about something else, which we have to talk about. So there we go. This is what's in it. You've got let's see, a Votary Super Renewal Serum. This one. That's the first thing that's in it. With I think that's a teat pipette on the top there. This is actually a lot easier to do live, because I haven't got to bother about bloopers, getting it wrong, anything like that. You know, I can just do it. Yeah, it's a teat pipette in the top there. Not, so what does it say? It says Super Renewal Serum, retinal. Oh, it's for the eyes. So it's a retinal serum, and you've also got in this one Zellen's melatonin B12 overnight repair mask. So there you go. No bloopers between friends. I like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this twice. I'm going to do another video specifically for this. But you can see these now. So there you are. And I'll do maybe a more detailed one uh, later on, just for the for everyone else's benefit. But yeah, so that was number 24. That was Christmas Eve, a double whammy of the Liberty Advent calendar, which is it's actually down there in the corner. Because I've got my camera sort of in the middle of the lounge at the moment, but it's down there in the corner. In case you're wondering what that is behind me, um, I've got some of Adam's videos. It's on pause at the moment, but I'm going to play it in a minute when I start talking about him. But that was inside number 24. Okay. I hope you're okay. I know this is a shock to millions of people, but I hope you're okay. Excuse me just one sec. Okay. This is the bit I don't like, but it has to be done. Um, let's just press. There we are. This was when they opened Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland. This one. before the one in Florida opened. This was the one in Anaheim, and Adam went there with some friends. I think, yeah, people like Justin Scard, Tim obviously went at some point, but yeah. So I couldn't believe it. I tell you where I was. I mean, I there's a bit of a time difference between where you live in Minnesota and where and in Liverpool, which is where I live. Um, I uh, I woke up about 2:30 this morning. Actually, I was awake because I'm off work at the moment, and I was looking at the news because I was awake. 2:30 in the morning. I don't know why I was awake, but I was awake. And I saw this article. It said under entertainment, and it said YouTuber Adam the Woo passes away. I thought, yeah, but has it? Because this is, you get fake news. Because a few years back they said Sylvester Stallone had died, and I didn't believe it. That was fake news. I mean, I really wish this was fake, but unfortunately, sadly, it's not. Um, I mean, I'm starting to get emotional, so thinking about it because he was a hero of mine. He really was. Um, but what a time to have to, for this to suddenly happen. There must be there must be more to it than meets the eye, mustn't there? I mean, because he made that video of the um when he was walking around with the Grinch, and then the next thing apparently he's found unresponsive on his bed. Just got to wait and see. But that said, I've I feel so sorry for Tim as well because he was uh, another hero of mine, obviously Tim. But Tim and Jen, and gosh, they're waking up to this as well, as are millions of others. But what do you? It's the timing. It couldn't have been. The timing could not have been worse. Ah, dear me. Don't know how you feel. Well, I mean, I know how you feel because you told me you were bummed. Um, actually, yeah, I still don't know how I feel. My wife was shocked as well. She was really shocked. She's not. She doesn't watch Adam per se, although she has glanced in when I've been watching him. She's a fan of sh another YouTuber who does decluttering. I think she's called Clutterbug. She watches Clutterbug, but she has watched them with me. There he is with Justin. Oh dear. Um, I love this video because it shows all the fun. You know, look at that. That's brilliant, isn't it? I I love this when it first opened. This was massive, absolutely massive, wasn't it, for YouTube? Couldn't believe how massive it was. And now he's gone. Can you believe it? Now he's actually gone. 51 as well. 51. Unreal. How can he be 51? He was 51 years of age and he's gone. I'm 58. He's younger than me. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. But it happened. I mean, I read a lot of the comments, and they were saying, yeah, yeah, I know, I know, but I read um, a lot of the comments, and some people felt like he was part of their family, like he was a brother, you know. Um, I get that. I really do. I get that. But he was massive. He was absolutely massive. And it really is. It's a hell of a shock. Um, because if it wasn't for him and watching Tim as well, God knows what she's going. Tim and Jane, what they're going through. If it wasn't for them, I'd be doing something else. I think. Um, but because I started watching them, I thought, well, why not? You know, but I, I love this, I love his when he's doing one of his favorite movies. His favorite franchise was Back to the Future, obviously, and he went to um, all the locations where they filmed Back to the Future. That was a brilliant video. I absolutely loved that. And when he did daily his daily ones as well, as that's I love that. I remember that well. I really do. I love that one. I don't think he hasn't always had his beard either. From what I can remember, he there was one stage when he didn't have a beard, then he grew it back again. The blue milk, yeah. I tried that when I went to um, shortly after it opened. I tried the blue milk. I loved it. I loved it. Loved it. It's brilliant, that isn't it? Yeah. But that's another friend of Adam's, isn't it? Jackie from Super Enthused, and Justin Scarred, and then Fresh Baked. You know, it was like a massive community, wasn't it? Massive community, and now he's gone. I'm still in shock. I mean, I've only read about it for about the last sort of 4 or 5 hours since I've been up, but um, I'm trying not to be sad about it. I'm trying to um, celebrate his life and be happy. Because my wife's at work for Christmas Eve. Fortunately, I'm not. So I'm trying to be happy for when she gets in, but a bit later on today. But there he is, one of the best CEO they ever had. Yeah. What was what was that video I remember, when, they were, they there was this very strange, um, ritual where, people were covered in mud. I can't remember where it was. They were setting off fireworks, and they were doing crazy things, like trying to they set fire to some things. It was out in the middle of nowhere, but it was brilliant. Until I remember the police came in and sort of shut it down because it got a bit dangerous. I can't remember where that was, but it was funny and crazy at the same time. Um, uh, I can't remember where it was. But he used to do crazy things like that, didn't he? That's yeah, yeah. But I watched him since 2012, I think, and I loved his daily vlogs. You know, when you know, uh, Adam the Woo here, um, where and he used to give you the time, he used to give you the date, tell you he got a fresh beverage of coffee, fresh caffeinated drink or whatever. I used to love that. I think I've been reading some comments, you know, and I think his last video, for me, should be memorialized. I think he deserves it. He really does. Uh, I feel sorry for his father as well. Poor dad. You know, having to announce it. Um, But anyway, I don't want to be. I'm trying not to be sad about this. I'm trying to be happy about it. Um, but as far as entertainment is concerned, in YouTube, it's massive. It's absolutely massive, and it's so sad, isn't it? It is so sad. Um, but I felt I had to do something to pay tribute to him. Um, and the only thing I could think of was doing this, doing a live show. I haven't done one for ages, but I think it needed to be done. You know, yeah. I mean, if I could be there, for the funeral, I would, but I can't, obviously. Yeah, yeah, I know. Um, it's just gonna be. I remember that one. So yeah, that's his best mate as well. Uh, can't believe it. Or one of them, anyway. The thing that I think, the thing I don't like is all these bots where when people have said horrible things about him. Um, yeah, 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 yeah. Uh, I I think all I hope is that he died peacefully. It was very quick, whatever it was. Um, 51. I can't believe it. 51. No age. No age at all. And, my heart goes out to Tim and Jen because I mean, Adam and Tim did many videos together, didn't they? They went to, what was it? What was that fun park called? Um, was it Celebration? Um, when there was hardly anyone there, and they went on all the rides together. It was brilliant. And then when they sort of um, meet up right out of the blue, I remember the upside down house was a funny one. That was good. Um, I don't think Adam went on many of the cruises though. That was more Tim and Jen, wasn't it? Because he obviously wasn't. I don't think he was married. I think he had a girlfriend, but I don't think he wasn't married. Okay, yeah. Merry Christmas to you as well. Um, yeah. There's while I'm thinking about what happened to Adam, um, I guess this is a good opportunity as well because this is live, just to address something um, that sort of happened to my channel as well. Is My wife told me the answer though. Apparently, sometimes YouTubers, or whether they're just starting out like I am, or otherwise, um, they at some time in a year, at some point, they the subscriptions fluctuate. They go up and down. Um, I was wondering this, but why it was happening on my channel. I was suddenly losing 20 or 30 people in the space of a couple of minutes, a couple of hours, and then YouTube Studio, who I think own it, came back to me because I queried it, and they say sometimes subscriptions or well subscribers are not real; they're artificial. I think and they're basically illegal people who they have just like a number or something, and you can't see them, but they're there. and you think you have more subscribers than you actually do. And then I was losing. I think in one day I lost 15 people. And I thought, what's going on? Is it me, or is it something that I'm not doing, or they've just lost interest, or I had no idea. So I inquired about it with YouTube Studio, and they said it's a normal thing for YouTubers. Sometimes the niche that you have, um, people. I think it's also, especially at this time of year around Christmas, people. Um, I don't like to say dislike what you do, but they're too busy to watch what you're doing, and uh, they'll get on with their own life, but then they'll come back at a later point, when they're not so busy. Because subscribing to a channel is free, obviously, um, and I think it's all about the timing. Sometimes at this time of year, people leave one particular niche, whatever it is you're doing, and then when you start doing it again at a later point, because everyone's busy at this time of year, aren't they? Apparently, they all come back when they're ready to come back. I mean, uh, I'm still learning all this, but when I saw it, I thought, "Whoa, I've lost 20 people for no reason at all," or so it would seem. But then they told me that some of them aren't actually subscribers; they're manufactured subscribers, and I thought, "Okay, fine." So I left it at that, and I accept that as a new person. I can accept that. But going back to Adam, um, I watched the coverage of, I think it was Fox 35 News when it first broke, and I thought, this is real. This is really happening. And I thought, wow. Um, and I didn't know what to say to myself. It was like it was just after half two in the morning, and I, s- I, s- I think Ruth was awake, and I said, "You never guess what's happened." And she said, "What?" And I said, you remember Adam LaRue? "Uh, He's dead. He's died." And she said, "No way." I thought, It's happened." I thought it was fake, but it's not. And my wife was as shocked as I was. You know, I love this guy as well. I think he's brilliant. Um, but dear, what a time to for it to happen. What a time. It's I'm trying to be happy on a sad day, if that makes any sense at all. Yeah, yeah. Um, I think it's been all over social media, hasn't it? Because he had TikTok, um, I think he had TikTok anyway, and I think he was on Instagram, maybe Facebook. But I'm glad that there's been more, such an outpouring for him of love, because he deserves it. He really does. I mean, he's a hero of mine. Always will be. Um, and I really hope they keep that video, that last one he uploaded. I hope they keep that, um, as a tribute to him, because it's funny. It really is funny. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. But now everything I'm saying here is live. I wonder where I'm going to be, um, as a YouTube creator. Um, sorry, we've got a squirrel in the garden. Oh, that's cute. I've sorry, I've just got distracted. I've got lots of birds coming into our garden, um, and a squirrel's just run off with I buy them energy fat balls, and put several out on the lawn, and he there's no it's a bird friendly garden, and our one of the neighbours has a cat as well. Um, Fortunately, that there's no cats around at the moment, and I just saw out the corner of my eye this tail go, and it's just vanished. Oh dear. Sorry, I got distracted. Ah, dear, oh dear. Um, but I'm just trying to gather my thoughts about this whole thing. It's bizarre. It's shocking. I hope I hope there's no foul play involved. I really do. I just hope it was peaceful in his sleep. I really do. I couldn't bear the thought that there was foul play involved by another party. Because I have seen a couple of videos of people. They're only about a minute long or 2 minutes long, who are suggesting ways that he may have passed away, and one wasn't very nice. I thought, no, we don't want that. I don't want any of that nonsense. Um, God, it's just I'm still trying to get my head around it. Ah, dear me. Um, just while the adverts are on, if it helps me to have. This is the good part of YouTube, you know, it really is. This is, by the way, thank you so much for your comment, about, you're so happy to have found my channel. In all the world right now, outside of my present family, you're probably my best friend. I mean, you know, you live in Minnesota, um, it's a long way-ish. But right now, you're probably my best friend, Juliana. So, well, thank you, and thank you for liking this channel because I guess with the influence of Adam and Tim, I've watched many of theirs, and I'm just trying to um, be myself. I'm not putting on any acts. I'm just trying to be me. Monorail. Ah, thank you. Um, Because one, our you know our retirement plans are kind of influenced by Adam and Tim and Florida in general. I love the people out there. Um, I mean, you know, I've never met you obviously, but you seem to me to be the warmest human being, as are many Americans out there. I know not everyone's perfect, but I would say 90% of the people who we've met um, are are wonderful people, and that made our mind up. Also, because Ruth loves Disney um, as much, I love Disney as well. Obviously, I wanted to um, think of somewhere really nice where we could live our retirement. Um, and I think anywhere that's fairly close to Disney would be perfect. Somewhere like Kissimmee, Daytona, any of those places. But I love this video as well. But any of those places, I would love to get nothing fancy, nothing glamorous, just maybe a small apartment, um, and go and work because we inquired about this. We can go and work in the Emporium in Magic Kingdom because apparently people like our accents. They do. So apparently I sound like Prince William, whatever that means. and my wife apparently sounds like Mary Poppins. That's what we were told one day. We were sat. I'll tell you about it. We were sat on Main Street, waiting for the Festival of Fancy parade, and a lady who was sat next to us. She was from where was she from? Kissimmee. She came in for the day. Um, because she'd never seen the parade, and she overheard our accents, and the first thing she says is, "I love your accent." Um, and she said, you sound so much like Mary Poppins," to my wife. And can you tell my kids a bit about the UK? And they were hooked. That was it, and everywhere we went, every time we go there, it's, "I love your accent. I love your accent. I love your accent." Thank you, my darling. Thank you. We do love an accent, yeah, but, um, I, um my accent's is, I'll just tell you this, for a moment. My accent's unplaceable because believe it or not, I'm ex-army, um, uh, and I travelled that much during my career that, um, you can't no nobody can guess where I'm from, nobody. I've got a military it's a military accent, it's just a neutral accent. Um, yes, I'm well spoken, that's that's just, how I sound, I can't deny that. Um, but I've been I've my upbringing was very strict. I had a curfew, so I was born in 1967, um, and I had a curfew of, what was it? 7:30. I had to be in, all my homework done, and that was it, you know, so, yeah, no one's been able to place my accent. Every time someone says, "Where are you from?" I say, "Well, how long have you got?" You know, but going back to this, um, I have so many favorite videos of especially of Adam and Tim together, you know, um but my one of my favorites is when he did the filming locations for Back to the Future, and this was a brilliant video as well. This one here, um, yeah, I my what's this? Pretty quickly that I'm from the Midwest. If you okay, so you're from the Midwest. Oh, that's cool. I love that. But you were telling me the other day that the winters up there, I think you said you were warming up to -22. Wow. How cold is how cold is that? That's cold. -20 sorry, you were warming up to -22. That's cold. Dear gosh, that is really cold. So I'm just trying to get my geography right here. So Minnesota, it's it's not far from the border of Canada, isn't it? It's right up there, I think. But that's cold. Warming up to -22. That's cold. I mean, in the UK, we're lucky if, um, A, if we get snow at this time of year, and B, we're lucky if it's, um, well, if you live in Scotland, it's cold, but where we are here, I reckon -4 or 5 is about as cold as it's ever been here. But -22, warming up to -22, that's wow. That's yeah, I know, Niagara was cold though. That was really cold. Um, but, nothing compared to -22. Wow. Excuse me, just 1 second. Oops. What was I gonna I was gonna, just show you something there, but I can't because my wife's hidden it again. My wife's actually there was something that she got me, and she's hidden it, so I've got to wait until she comes in later on tonight. Oh, we have a wow, 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 wow. We've got a lot of activity in our garden. Just excuse me, just 1 sec, because a cat was trying to get in our garden there. Hello, Mr. Pigeon. Oh, so, whew! Oh dear, it's gone now. It's all right. I thought for a horrible moment that there was we had a teeny tiny robin on the patio, and there was a cat coming right across the fence there, and I had to shoo the cat off because I don't want to see any of that. I know it's nature, but I don't want to see that. Not today. No. Oh, this is funny. The day I open, Kylo Ren. I think apart from Back to the Future, Adam was a massive Star Wars fan as well. Massive Star Wars fan. Yeah, the first time my wife and I went on this, I couldn't believe this. We were just getting off Rise, and she said, "I want to go again." That's my wife. She's not a massive Star Wars fan, but she loved it. She loved the adventure, and she said, "I want to go again. Come on." So we went on again straight after. When she get off, that was brilliant, and that was my wife. You know, the same day we went on there was, I'll show you. The same day we built. I got to show you this. I got to show you this. Got to show you this. Yeah, I've got to show you this. The same day that we went on Galaxy's Edge, I made this. I got to show you. Oh yes, got to show you this. Is this the one? Yay! Yes. Who says it's just for kids? Nonsense. This is the scabbard that they gave us as well. The safety thing. What was it? Remarkable power should not be dropped on the floor. That's what they said. So this was. You may or may not have seen the how when I built this, but I've got a video of when I built this. I went to the dark side. It's beautiful. This was my my lights. I've got one for peace and justice. I've got two others. This one is from the dark side, and shall I? There we go. Yay! I don't know if it shows up actually, but it's actually red. It's supposed to be red, but it doesn't mean it might not show up that well on there. But it's authentic sound. Could you hear that? Let me just click it again. Yeah, love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. It took me maybe 15 minutes to put it together. It's heavy as well. It is so heavy. It's not this isn't plastic. This is metal, and it's heavy. It's good quality. It really is. It's excellent quality. And you can fit it to your belt. Batteries are in there. I had to change the batteries the other day because I've used it that much. But you can fit it to your belt. What was I going to say? Yeah, I've got I watched a video of somebody else spinning a lightsaber, actually spinning a lightsaber, and there's that Robin again. Sorry, got distracted. And I learned how to actually spin the lightsaber. Um, and let me see if I can actually remember how to do it now. Yeah, you. I'll try and show you. You know, if I stand up, I'll try and show you. So, gosh, I have to remember. It's very different when it's live. You know. Anyway, let's try it. Let's try it. There we go. So you hold it like this, then you let it drop, and then the momentum brings it round again, like that. So there we go. Yeah. So, oh, hang on. If I stand here and do it, there we are. So, whoops. It looks a bit. It doesn't look as good in the daylight. It looks better when it's at night because it's all lit up then. But yeah, I can do it. I promise you, I can do it. And if you have a look at my videos, from I think it's me spinning a lightsaber, and you'll see. But it's not just one lightsaber, mind you. I've got two because the other one's there as well. I'm actually spinning two lightsabers at once, and it's at night. And so check that one out on my videos because it's a lot of fun. This is so much easier doing this live. It really is so much easier because I'm not bothered if I make a mistake. It doesn't matter, you know. I'm really not because it's live. Have you seen any of the lightsaber meetups? Yes, I have, and I want to do one of those. I want to go to Galaxy's Edge one day with this or another and meet up with people. I really do. Um, so yeah, I had to show you that, and I hope you like this as well. That it's actually back to front, but I was thinking, why did Disney make something like this for this to be on the back? This is it's from the Disney Cruise Line, obviously, and we got it the first time we went on the Wish, which was our last trip, because we stopped at Nassau, we stopped at Castaway Cay as well, and it was the inaugural Christmas trip on the Wish. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I loved it. But for some reason, Disney put this design on the back, I don't get that. I think it surely should be the other way around. They should have the main design on the front, but that's just what they do. But so this is actually being worn back to front. Thank you. And it's got it's and the other thing I didn't know was that it's not Captain Mickey. No, 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 no. It's Captain Minnie. I thought, what? Yeah, it's Captain Minnie and the rest of the Fab Five. I said to my wife, am I hearing things? It's not. Is it actually? Um, is it Captain Mickey? She said, no, 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 no. It's Captain Minnie on the cruises. I thought, okay, fair enough. There he is. Can't believe it. My girl Minnie is Captain. That's nice. I think all the cruises are fabulous. The way they've bottled Disney, and they allow you um, to do that. You know, to experience Disney on board a ship. It's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I know. That's why I'm just I, I'm just trying to process everything at the moment. But it helps. It really helps to talk about it. You know, have it out in the open. Watch some of his videos back as well. But it also gives me the opportunity when I'm doing this to talk about just to talk about Disney in general. You know, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because it does happen. You know, you get moments when things don't go quite right. I'll give you an example of that actually. Um, we where did I see a video of Merida riding a horse in on Main Street, and um, someone had a Mickey balloon, and they accidentally let go of it, and it got entangled in the horse in Merida's horse. The horse reared up like this, it, and her horsemanship was fantastic, but I wouldn't expect anything less from her. The horse was all right, and Merida was all right, but um, it just showed that you know, things do sometimes go slightly awry with Disney. It's not perfect. Well, I mean, it's perfect as you want it to be, I suppose. That's but it's not. Um, you know, things do go wrong sometimes. Only little things, but the way the staff react is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And for me, the thing that makes Disney the best in the world as far as looking after us and you are concerned, it is they do something that no one else in the world does. I don't know. They smile. They do. Uh, Um, and they call you sir and they call you ma'am. And when you're encapsulated in that bubble, you can just forget about the rest of the world. And that to me is what makes Disney magic. If you can forget about the rest of the world and just be yourself, you know, and it's great. It really is. It's magic. It is. Um, my wife keeps saying to me, "Why don't we do a tour of behind the scenes, a tour of the kingdom?" And I said, I don't want to do a tour of behind the scenes because it would ruin the magic. For me, it would ruin the magic. Um, I know what goes on. I know how some things do work, but I figure I'd rather keep the magic where, you know, just keep it secret. Um, enjoy the magic. Enjoy the fact that you're there. That you can forget about the rest of the world. You know, that's why what I loved about Adam's videos, that they they made you feel like you've known him all your life, like he was your best friend, you know. But he loved Disney as well, didn't he? He absolutely adored going to the theme parks, and you know, this that's another great video of his. You know, this has not long been open. I remember watching this before it was actually open, but watching it being built. Being built was incredible, absolutely incredible. I think it started just just after, when was it? Was it after COVID? Might have been, but anyway, that was another thing. COVID. Wow, wow. We couldn't go. I don't know about you guys, but we couldn't go for nearly 2 years because of COVID. They just shut the border to everyone in the UK. You couldn't go, understandably so. I got it, but yeah, we had to wait a couple of years until COVID finished. Then they re-established everything. Um, you still had to have your spacing, and then once they'd re-established everything, it was okay again. It was all right. But you know, COVID's changed a heck of a lot. Not just in America, over here as well. You know, it really did. Um, yeah, this is great, isn't it? I got one of those. I got one somewhere. It's on one of these shelves somewhere. Hang on. No, she's let me just put my. I'm just going to put my lightsaber away for a sec, and I'll show you something else that I love. that Adam talks about quite a lot. He talks about the refillable mugs and the tumblers and things like that, doesn't he? Let me just put my lightsaber away. And find it. Ooh, there we go. Do-do-do. Yeah, so this is another favorite. This is something that I associate with Adam sometimes as well. You know, I know he buys hot drinks, hot caffeinated drinks, doesn't he? Right at the beginning, you know, I've got my hot beverage. But this is from Pop Century, um, and we love these because they serve two purposes. They can either be an ornament, or obviously you can drink out of them. But have you seen the refurbishments at Pop Century? Wow, wow. Um, they're all as you go in. I was looking at one recently. As you go into Pop Century, the hallway is almost unrecognizable. The reception area where you go to book in, they've redone the whole thing, and it looks fantastic. It looks fantastic. It really does. And obviously, we're looking forward to our next anniversary, because between this one and that and the next one, a lot's changed. Lots changed. And I think they've refurbished some of the rooms as well, which look incredible. But yeah, that was another really nice tumbler that we got that we loved. But it's this sort of design now that they've got in that they've renewed the whole of the lobby, and a lot of it looks like this now. It's fabulous. They used to have the glass cabinets with all the memorabilia behind them, but they've that's all gone now, and it's more modern, it's more up to date, and I love it. I really love it. Excuse me one second. Mm. But it's yeah, I just want to get back to just to chatting about Adam again. He he moved to Celebration, and I think some of although I loved his early stuff, some of his d- when he would drive around in his in his golf cart, especially the last one with the Grinch. Around Celebration, I love those videos because they made you feel like you were sat in the same vehicle with him. You know, just touring around Celebration, and that looks a really nice place as well. Celebration. It, it's always friendly. It's always welcoming. Beautiful sky. Nice scenery. Yeah, it just looks really nice. I can see why. I mean, what a place to live. Celebration. What a nice name for a place. Celebration. You know, it's lovely, isn't it? Lovely. Um, I I hope Tim and Jen. Um, I mean, it's gonna hit them like a thunderbolt, isn't it? It really is. Um, Fortunately, their kids. I don't know if they will remember who Adam is. Um, they might have met him. I don't know. Have they met him? I'm not sure. I've never seen him add him in a video where Tim's children have actually met him. So I'm not sure on that one. But um, I hope Tim's all right. I really do. And Jen. 'cause he was one of their best friends, wasn't he? He really was, and it's just so I still can't believe it's happened. I really can't. I still can't believe it's happened. But, we must make sure, I think, that we celebrate, him as a not just as a YouTuber, but as a person, because from what I've read about him and what from that Fox 35 interview I saw, um, I think the lady was called Mainstream Mouse, and she was saying that when you meet Adam, he is as nice a person you know, when he hasn't got the camera. He's just a lovely human being, a warm human being when you meet him, Adam the person. Adam's his middle name. I think his first name is William Adam, I think. I may be wrong, but I think it's William Adam is his actual name. I think, because the Wu was he sat on that bench, didn't he? And, he was trying to think of, a strange name to go with Adam, and he said, and he came up with Woo, Adam the Woo, just out of nowhere. He was just sat on the bench. I mean, and the rest is history, isn't it? Wow. You know, because I thought about that, and I thought to myself, shall I keep my channel as it is, or should I tweak it slightly? Shall I, because my niche, I guess, is Disney and good vibes and Star Wars. I don't want to. I was thinking, like Adam, I don't want to have um, too much to have to cover. I just want to filter it down, because the Scent Wars wasn't actually my idea to begin with, believe it or not. It was someone else's idea. Um, they they said, because in a particular calendar, I happened to be comparing a couple of sprays, a couple of fragrances, and then someone said, "What? Who was it? Someone. I think it was somebody with the name. What's that smell? I think. Um, I still hope is a subscriber. Said you got to try the spray test. You got to do the spray test." And I thought, what's the spray test? And apparently, I looked it up, and it's where two people, I think two people did it. One was Italian, and another one was French. And apparently, they're given maybe 10 at a time, and they. I agree. They 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 had two perfumes at a time, or two sprays, and they th- they compared them, and I thought, okay, I'll do that. So I sprayed them in the air, and then I went from doing just perfumes and saying what I thought of them. Then I went to deodorants, and then I thought, okay, I can play with this a bit. Then I went to um, car air fresheners. Then I went to actual air fresheners in the house. Then I went to something that I believe you had the idea for, which was moisturizers or hand creams, or I think that was what you said. And I uh, I did that, and I thought, yeah, you can do it if it has a scent. You can you can expand a bit on it. But it wasn't originally on the on my thoughts until someone suggested it, and then my wife said, um, "Do it. If people like it, just do it." No. Thank you. I'll be doing more in the new year, Juliana. So yeah, I've done quite a few. I think I've done something like 39 or maybe 40 different videos of um scent wars all throughout the year. Because it's really only been this year that I've just sort of got into it from nowhere. Um, and I've done male versus female, all male, um, and I've asked people what they wanted to see, and I think when I hit 1,000 subscribers from nowhere, and I mean it stunned me, and someone said, you gotta celebrate." So I thought, "Right, what haven't I done that I can do?" And, I put together 50, I kid you not, 50 different sprays, um, and, my wife said, "Right, if you're doing that, close the door, and when you're done, I want you in the shower because you're going to stink." And she wasn't wrong. I got through 50 different, scents. Not just yeah, I know. It wasn't just, female scents. It was, room deodorants and, furniture polishes and stuff like that. But yeah, I had 50 altogether, and I don't know how I got through it, but, you were talking about nose blindness you're smelling stuff and then, your nose suddenly can't smell what you've been spraying, but can smell everything else around you, and and my wife said, "Is that a thing?" I said, "Yeah, it's real because you told me about it." And then I looked it up, and I thought, it's real. Nose blindness is a thing, and that's where I thought, well, I've got to tone this down a bit, or make sure I've got water, and make sure I've got a window open so that there's fresh air around me. Because you were right, it is a thing, nose blindness, and so I've now whenever I've done a scent war, I've toned it down um, rather than going too mad. Yeah. I agree with all that. Yeah. But from now, I think um, I'm going to. I don't know if I'm going to change the name of the channel. I'm going to wait and see after when we've got today and Christmas completed, because I've got to make sure my wife's happy about everything going forward. Because she's like my the Halloween one. Oh yes, yeah. Um, I'm not sure where I was going with that. I guess I wanted to um, to try something different. If it, if I sorry, I think that was, maybe a friend of mine, who just came in the room there. If that was Steve, hi and happy Christmas. Hope you're good. Um, what was I gonna say? I've completely forgot what I was gonna say now. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until the new year and see where I am with the channel. Um, I might tone it down and just streamline, what I'm gonna do and just focus on maybe, um, one thing, 'cause I've had a lot of fun so far, but I think I may have tried to do too much, and not lost control of it, but, I may have I may have to put, instead of trying to do maybe 2 or 3 videos, because 'cause I've got a lot of ideas going on. Thank you. I'm trying to, um, I think in the new year, just figure out exactly how I'm going to do the channel properly, because I'm getting, very close to, I think it's 3,000, um, actual what do YouTube Studio call it? They call it, valid views or something. I don't know. Um, and then I can I want to introduce or try and introduce, um, Patreon if people are happy to do that, and things like, other things, and actually, um, use what I've got, for good as well, for good things, to promote good things. Good part of my channel is good vibes, and I even say, if you read the description, I've even put, if you're I've tried to put my personality into it. If you're having a bad day, come and see me, and I'll make you laugh. I'll cheer you up. That's what this channel is all about, and it comes from the heart. It comes from, Disney, you know. But me, it's me being me, and it's making people happy. That's what my channel's about. No, and I think I'm going to tailor it to that, so that, it's not a mishmash of too much. Because I think what did my wife say to me the other day? She said, I have a question. She said to me, um, "You know that phrase, 'less is more'?" I said, "Yeah." And she said, "So, let me just give you a question hypothetically." I said, "Okay, what if you had only one subscriber and that subscriber was me, as in Ruth, my wife? Would you still be doing the videos if I was the only person watching?" And I said to myself, "Good question. Would I be doing the videos if there was only one person watching, and that was my wife?" And I thought, well, the point of YouTube, and I stopped myself because I said, "No, don't go there. Am I enjoying it?" That's what she was asking me. Am I enjoying it? So talking about to refresh. Yes. Yeah. Exactly that. Exactly that. That's what she was saying. She said, "Don't focus on," and she was right. She said, "Don't focus on the money. Don't focus on anything else. Just focus on enjoying it and putting what you want on video, and if people like it, that they will they'll watch." But she was right. And that's what I must. I went a bit crazy, halfway through the year with the Scent Wars, because I was enjoying it. That was why, because I was loving it. Was I loving, um, the people? Why was I loving it? And I kept questioning, why was I liking what I was doing? Um, because I was having fun with it. I was having fun. I was trying new and unusual things. So the answer, I think, for me is, come January, when the festive season is over, I've got to, after I've also got over the shock of losing Adam, because that's really, really, really hit me like a ton of bricks today, which is why I'm talking about it, because it needs talking about. Um, I'm going to reset, and I'm going to do my channel better. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it better. Um, More focused on. I'm not going to bother about what other people are doing on their channels. You know that's their business. I'm going to just going to focus because that's the one thing I made a mistake on. I was looking at other people's versions of what I did, and I thought, well, he's got his own studio. He's got this. He's got that. Then I looked at how long they've been doing it, and they've been doing it for 10 years, 15 years, and they were very, very well established people. And my wife said, "Hey, no, don't look at that. Don't look at that. You just do you. You just do you, and enjoy what you do. Just be you. Just use your own personality, and you'll be fine." And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to be me, and um, you know, just promote good vibes. When something serious happens, I'm going to talk about it in a positive way, not a negative way, a positive way, because positivity always comes out, always brings out the best. You know, don't be. I'm not going to be negative about things. Negativity. That's why I'm. Although I'm shocked by Adam's passing, um, I'm being positive about it. I'm celebrating his life, as you can see. Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate you tuning in. Yeah. Best of, have a great Christmas and have a happy New Year. Thank you very much. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to refocus my channel. Um, more most of the stuff is going to be the same, but I'm not going to do as much. My wife is quite right, as most women tend to be. Less is more. Um, so I'm going to just do it better, and I'm going to put my heart and soul into it. And I've got a few ideas about what I'm going to do. Um, One of which is travel. I'm going to do a lot more traveling. Um, in in the same way, I suppose, um, as Adam. Maybe not internationally, but certainly around Europe. I'd love to do that. And then when I come to retire, when Ruth and I retire, we're heading. We're going to head to Florida. Um, uh, but that that's not yet. But it's like, as my wife keeps saying to me, that's our next life. And our next life is our retirement life. I promise you, Juliana, you won't be disappointed. They're going to be good ones. Um, but this is a good time for me to reset. Uh, think about what I've achieved. I've achieved a lot. To be fair, um, I've achieved over 1,000 subscribers. I never thought I'd get anywhere near that ever. Never in my life. I said to my wife one day, I'd be happy with 40 or 50. And then one day, I don't know why it happened. One day, um, I kept refreshing. I said to Ruth, "What's going on? What is going on?" And I suddenly gained 20, and then I gained 40, and then 60. I thought, where are these people coming from, and who are they, and why are they tuning into my channel? And it kept snowballing and snowballing and snowballing. I looked again. It was 800. Then it was 900. And I said to Ruth, "Wow, where are these people coming from?" And she said, "I don't know." I said, "I don't know either." And then suddenly I hit 1,000 within the space of 24 hours. I don't know why. I don't know why. I wasn't complaining, but I don't know why. I thought, wow, this is one of those moments in life when you just have to take a step back and go, what just happened? And I thought, wow, what just happened? I've just got 1,000 subscribers. Wow. I know it's only small in the big scheme of things because there's people who have millions of followers. Like I think the biggest guy on YouTube is, I think he's called Mr. Beast or the Beast or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's called the Beast or Mr. Beast. He's got something like 500 million subscribers. I have no idea. But he does a specific thing, doesn't he? He does just one thing, and a lot of people like what he does. There's another guy who I think follows boxers, goes and watches boxing matches and stuff like that. I couldn't do that because that's a barbaric sport. I can't stand boxing. Um, uh, Even though I'm a former soldier, and it was part of our training, I can't stand boxing. Too many people get injured. Can't stand it. That's the nice part of me. Yeah. Anyway, the point is, I was amazed that I got 1,000, but now I've got even more than that. I don't know where they all came from. I have no idea, but they're here. But as I said before, YouTube Studio, who I think are like they're the main bosses of YouTube, aren't they? Um, they did explain that some of the subscribers don't have to subscribe in person. They can subscribe in private, or they're not real subscribers at all. They're just artificial, and they're illegal ones. And so occasionally you lose a couple, or you lose a whole bunch at one time. But I googled it, and it said that's natural for any channel, that it fluctuates. And my wife said it happens. It happens on TikTok. It happens on all social media platforms. And I thought, okay, I'll go with that because I'm brand new to this, and I am. I've only been doing it maybe a year, I suppose, properly, like this. And I won't lie. The first time I went live, I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what I was doing. Um, I think I haven't deleted it. I've still got the first live video I did, like this, and um, I didn't know what to expect. And then I got people coming in, saying hi, and just and watching what I did. Um, and but I was terrified. Yeah, the first live one I did, I was terrified. But then I wasn't. After about 5 minutes of being very nervous about it, I thought, well, okay, I'm just being me. I'm talking to people, and I'm just being me, and I guess it worked, because people stayed with my channel, kept, and my wife spread the word as well because um, I didn't want to expand too much. I didn't really want to do TikTok, and I hope. I'd like. I agree. I like to think I am. I I've got something to show you actually. Bear with me just one sec. This I'm very, very proud of. Um, I have a bachelor's degree in in uh, in English literature and creative writing. Um, 31st of July 2024. I'll never forget that day. I did it with the Open University, um, and I will never forget that day. It was 6 years of very hard work, very, very, very hard work. Um, I had to um, learn how to learn again, if that makes sense. Learning for me was massive. I had to, um, yeah, I had to figure out English all over again. But they build you up in stages, as I'm sure you know. Thank you. So I'm I guess I'm known as I'm an amateur writer, I guess. Um, and I think because I've got so much enthusiasm up here, that translates to my channel, I guess, because I can I like to think I can talk I can retain a lot up here, and I can just talk to you like I'm doing now. I think my top two passions in life now, well, top three, I suppose, are English, Disney, and I would say physical fitness. Not necessarily in that order. I think physical fitness and Disney are joint top, the tie. Uh, because I'm 58, but I keep myself very fit. That's the army. The army got me fit, and I've never lost my fitness. Um, yeah, so I think Disney and physical fitness are joint top. Um, my English comes second. My English degree comes second. Only just. Um, and my other passion, obviously, I enjoy drumming, as you know. My other passion, I would have to say, if it is a passion, I'm not sure if it is a passion, is this what I'm doing now, my channel, and just being me. I'm passionate about being kind to people, I suppose, because I mean, in a lot of my videos, I would remind people to don't forget to be kind to everyone you meet. Kindness always repays kindness, and that was if I had a tagline, that was probably it. You know, like Tim has his, doesn't he? And Adam has his. Out of respect for those two, especially Adam, I'm not going to say unless it's a tribute to him. I've occasionally said in tribute to Adam, the vlog is over. And I've said that about Tim as well. So I would say in tribute to Mr. Tim Tracker, please check out his channel. Um, and I would use his tagline as well. Um, but I'm passionate about being me and making others happy, being kind, just being kind. And I guess that's what I want my channel to be, to make people feel better. If they're having a bad day, I'm here to cheer them up. To talk about anything, everything, um, and you know, uh, if they're not sure about Disney, I can bring Disney into their life. And most people who I've spoken to about Disney love it, even if they've only been once. If they can talk about it and it makes them feel happy, then that makes me feel happy, and everyone's happy. And I think that's what I'm going to try and do. Is just I'm just going to carry on being me, and I'm not going to be influenced by any negativity. I hope that works. Excuse me, just one sec. I'm just going to hang this back on the wall. I'm glad you like it. Thank you very much, Juliana. What was that? Do 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 do. This is another. Ah, this is another thing I love. This was taken. This is drawn at Pop Century the last time we were there. It's a caricature of Ruth and I. I think Ruth. If you've ever seen Scooby Doo, I think Ruth looks a lot like Velma, the smart one with the glasses, and I've been told that I look a lot like well, two people. Some people have suggested that I look like Richard Gere, um, and some people have suggested that I also look a bit like Tom Cruise. Other people said I also looked a bit like Sylvester Stallone, and I thought, okay, I'm not sure what to make of that. But a lot of people say Richard Gere, and a lot of people say Tom Cruise, and I say, well, what about just me? You know, I look like me. I mean, I was very flattered that they said that, but yeah. Anyway, I think yeah. I was very flattered by it, but no, but I just love that. I think that's brilliant. We've got another one from. I'll just show you this other one we've got. Whew. Doo-doo-doo. That's that. That's. I think this is what you were talking about. Um, at Niantic Galaxy's Edge, they have all these meetups, don't they? And there's people walking around with lightsabers and stuff like that. Um, at night, there's a couple there. Um, but yeah, I'd love to do one of those. I really would. This one, this was from 1999 when Ruth and I got married. Um, that's when I had that was when I had dark hair, and yeah, that was same hotel, Pop Century, because we always stay there. So that was the first one when we first got married. Slightly different artist. Oh no, actually, it wasn't Pop Century, was it at all? I do that. No, it was. Sorry, it was the Caribbean beach. That's where we were when we first went there. Sorry about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. But the point is, I love the picture. Back in a sec. Let's go in there. Do do do. This is brilliant. This one. This is brilliant. That's when I love that. So it's that sort of thing, but more lightsabers. I'd love to do that. Love to do that. Right. Um, I, I've I, I've just had a text off my wife as well. I think so. I just heard my phone. Oh dear, oh dear. Whew. Right. I'm going to have to go, Juliana. I've just had a text off my wife. I've got to do a couple of things because she's at work today. So I'm going to wish you a very happy Christmas, and I'll be putting out another video, a more sort of detailed video um, of the Christmas Eve later, so you can see that in more detail. And obviously tomorrow we'll have day number 25, which you'll see as well. So God bless you. Thank you for having a chat. I feel better now. I've talked about Adam. I really do. Yeah. I feel a lot better now. Still very sad, but I feel more positive about the situation now. So yeah, have a fantastic Christmas, and I look, I'll try and do these live ones maybe once a month or something like that. But yeah, keep in touch. Okay. God bless you. Bye for now.